Leading global teams, 5 phases to ensure absolute clarity. The cost of misunderstanding. In a global business environment, being fluent isn't enough. In fact, sometimes the most fluent English speakers are the worst at leading global teams because they use idioms, metaphors, and complex structures that leave their international colleagues guessing. One small misunderstanding in a briefing can lead to weeks of wasted work and thousands of dollars in lost revenue. Today, I'm going to give you the Clarity Toolkit. These are 5 specific phrases designed to bypass cultural noise and ensure every member of your team is 100% aligned. Stick around until phrase number 5 because it's the ultimate safety net for any high-stakes project. The myth of "do you understand?" The most dangerous question a leader can ask is, does everyone understand? In many cultures, saying no to that question is seen as a loss of face or a challenge to your authority. So everyone nods, they say yes, and they go off and do the wrong thing. High-status global leaders don't check for understanding. They check for alignment. We are going to move away from yes-no questions and towards proof questions. Phase 1, the recap request. Phase 1, just to ensure we are completely aligned on the next steps, could you walk me through your interpretation of the timeline? Notice you aren't testing them. You are framing it as a mutual alignment check. When they walk you through it in their own words, any gaps in clarity will surface immediately before the work begins. Phrase 2, the buried deadline. Global teams often struggle with vague urgency. Saying as soon as possible means something different in London than it does in Tokyo or New York. Phrase number 2, to protect the project roadmap, I've set the hard milestone for this task as Friday at 4 p.m. GMT. Does this date conflict with any local holidays or existing priorities on your end? You are providing a fixed coordinate and proactively looking for cultural blockers. Phrase 3, the definition of done. Confusion often happens at the finish line. One person thinks a draft is a rough outline, another thinks it's a polished presentation. Phrase number 3, my definition of done for this specific phrase is the 3-page executive summary with the final budget figures included. Are we in agreement on that standard? You are removing the adverb trap and replacing it with measurable facts. Phrase 4, the inquiry pause. Phrase number 4, I've shared a lot of data. I'm going to pause for a moment so everyone can process. What is one potential risk you see from your regional perspective? This uses the 10-second pause we mastered in our previous video. It gives non-native speakers the processing time they need to translate their thoughts into English without feeling rushed or judged. Phrase 5, the safety net. Finally, the most important phrase for psychological safety in global teams. Phrase number 5, I prefer a no surprises culture. If you hit a blocker or a linguistic ambiguity, please flag it immediately. I value the early warning more than a late perfection. This gives your team permission to be imperfect and communicate early, which is the heartbeat of successful global operation. Clarity is a leadership choice. When you simplify your English, you amplify your impact. Let's make sure your message is heard exactly as you intended. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more executive strategies. I'm Eric. Thanks for watching The Executive English Coach.